Hey, what's up, Charms? I'm back with another pick a card. This pick a card is very special and different. This video was requested for my Instagram friends. I've been getting requests for this type of video, quite some time and over again. So I was just waiting for the right time for her to tell me that it was the right time. So I guess the right time is now. So this pickup video is Santa Muerte oracle reading. So this video is for her devotees or anybody who's interested or curious in regards to her. I do have one of my Santa Muerte statues I have on here. I am a Santa Muerte devotee. I love her to death, and I'm very protective of her. I don't share her that often, but I do. When I do, I try to spread good words about her and her love, as she's always portrayed negative in the media, on movies, music, and then especially by the men. Many might get triggered by this, some might agree, but there's a lot of men out there that are very egotistical in regards to her practice. But again, not my pedo. Anyways, so I have 3 piles in front of me. So this is anything that the Santa Muerte wants you to know right now, in regards to anything. I also channeled messages from her for each pile that I will be reading. So yeah. So if this video resonates with you, this reading, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment down below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are return, it's nice to see you here again with me. There's plenty more videos to come. So yeah, let's dive right in. So do I have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3? So if you need some time to pick your pile, it is going to be a short, quick video, but it's going to come with a lot of information. So if you pick your pile, go ahead and pick your pile. If you need more time, go ahead and pause it. If you're ready to start, then let's dive right in. So pile 1. Pile 1. So if you pick pile 1, this is your reading. But before I get into your reading, I'm going to go over the channel message that I received while meditating on your guys's pile. So the first thing I was feeling was like a feeling of feeling stuck, or being at a crossroads, or of just feeling like you're just stuck, not knowing why. I also heard afraid of saying yes. I don't know if you're afraid of saying yes and working with her, or saying yes that you work for her, or that you're a devotee of her, or you're you're afraid of saying yes to her, or that you're just afraid of saying yes to things in life. Also, what I also heard is that maybe if you pick this pile, you might be curious or have been wanting to communicate with Santa Muerte, or you're a new devotee to her and you've been wondering how to communicate with her, or if you've been wondering if you have been communicating with her in the right way. She just wants you to know that she's hearing you. You just gotta find your own unique way of how to communicate with her, and not being afraid of communicating with her, and asking her for signs to give you that she's listening to you. I also heard needing space for me. So I don't know if if you pick this pile, she's asking for her own space. I don't know where you might have her, but one thing I've noticed about her, there's certain places in the home where she doesn't like to be placed, or if you place her somewhere she doesn't like it, she'll let you know, or she'll make you feel uncomfortable where you have her until you move her, because that's her way of saying, I don't like to be here, please find me a new place to put me in your home, or find me my own space. Or if you're putting her next in the altar next to with somebody else, she likes to have her own altar. So she's saying that she needs space for her. After that, I received a vision of someone looking over their back, or looking over the shoulder. So I don't know if you've been feeling like she's behind you, you might be looking over your shoulder, or you feel like you always need to be looking over your shoulder. or you keep looking into the past is another thing too that she keeps telling you. Maybe you keep looking too much into the past. It's time to let go. The last thing receive is needs healing. Ask me. So for some of you, she's saying that some of you guys might need some healing or still need some healing to do, and to not be afraid of asking her to help you and assist you in your healing process. Call on Santa Muerte Blanca, or whichever one you feel close to. There's no right or wrong way to work with her. Everybody has their own way, so if, she's saying, if you need more healing or you need assistance in your healing, do not be afraid of asking her or reaching out to her. She's there to assist you. She's waiting for you to ask her for help, but you need to ask her. You need to speak up. Again, communicate. You need to communicate with her. What is it that you need, or what is it that you want? Okay, so this is for pile 1. Those are your channel messages. So here are your cards. We got number 1. I think that's the card of shadows. And number 7. I believe this is the Santa Muerte card. Let me look into the book real quick to see their names, since these cards don't really have their names and I have not mesmerized all of them. And unfortunately, this is the only Oracle Santa Muerte deck there is, since I do not read tarot. So yes, the first one is called Darkness, and the 7th card is called Feminine. So I'm just gonna read off what each card says, and I'm just gonna go off intuitively of what I receive. So for the first card is Darkness. The advice of the dead is take a moment, pause, meditate, or study as you need to understand what form to give you energy and where to apply it. Number 7 is the Feminine. The advice of the dead. Take the necessary time to study and meditate before executing your project. Perhaps ask a feminine or a maternal figure for advice. Again, it's the communicating with her. It's like, you might be wanting to communicate with her, or she's wanting you to communicate with her and asking her and helping you to move out of this darkness place. But this is like her feminine energy. Like, you need to ask her, reach out to her, communicate with her. What is it that you need? What is it that you want? Because she can't do it unless you ask her for it. So some of you might be stuck in a dark energy or dark phase in your life right now, and that's why I picked up that there's still healing needed to do and to ask her. So it's like you need to ask her to help you get out of this negative energy. If you're stuck in something negative, or you're stuck in this cycle that you just need to get out, could be relationship, could be situations where you keep saying yes to. Also I'm hearing enemies. So if you feel like you have enemies, or you have people that are, sending you black magic, or, just keeping you in this energy of like you don't trust them or something, like that's how I got the feeling to keep looking behind you. Ask her for help too. Tell her to protect you. Tell her to reveal those people to you. Tell her to remove those people from your life, but you need to reach out. Like, you need to ask her too. Like, you need to communicate with her. Maybe you need to learn how to communicate with her. I'm just trying to see what else she wants to say. I'm hearing afraid of coming out. Because there's so much. It's like, it's just the skull is right here. And it's like so much is going around the skulls, but it's like, where's the rest of it? I'm hearing secrets. There might be something that you don't know, fully understand or fully know. There's also, number 1 is also a new beginning. And number 7 is intuition. So it's like you need to listen to your intuition. Listen to the messages that she's sending you as well. I'm hearing depression. Maybe some of you have been very depressed. I'm hearing it's time to let go of no longer serves you. I'm hearing right now, if you have been putting candles on your altar and they have been getting black, there's a sense of needing to do a cleansing, a limpia, either yourself or your home, because there's some lower vibration or energies that are kind of currently attacking you that need to be cleansed. So that's all I'm getting for group 1. I hope that resonated. I hope it helped in any shape or form. Now I'm going to go on to pile 2. So if you pick pile 2, this is your reading. So like I said, I do have a channel message as well to go with this, with your reading. Since unfortunately this is the only Santa Muerte Oracle deck that I know that there's out there, and I know there's a tarot one, but I don't read tarot, so I'm just going based on my intuition, what she's telling me, and the channel messages. What else do I need to say? Oh yeah, so since the cards don't have the names on them, I will be reading the names and the message of the dead from the book, and then I will go off what I receive, intuitive messages that I receive. So before I go into your cards, so the channel messages that I received for pile 2, I received adventure and change. So what I was getting from that is like her saying that, you need to be ready, because there's going to be a lot of changes occurring around you or already occurring around you. But most of these changes are good, and that's going to take you to new adventures. I also heard duration. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm sorry. Like time length is what I'm trying to say, and rosary. So I don't know if you have been wondering if how long you should be praying the rosary for her, or how often you should be praying it for her. It's like something with time and rosaries in regards to that, or even prayers, any type of prayers, or reading the rosario to her, because she has a rosario to her. What she wants you to know is that do not stress about it. Even if you, I'm also hearing if you forget one day, it's okay. She's very understanding. It's okay. Do not panic. I'm getting a sense that you guys might panic, or that she's gonna get mad if you forget one day or something, or if you forget about her one day. Do not worry. Do not panic. She understands. She's very compassionate, and she's very understanding. So do not worry about the duration of any prayers or rosary. Just, always talk to her, communicate with her. Talk to her as you would as an ancestor, as I do myself. Every morning I tell her good morning. Every night, there's not one time I tell her good night or good morning. And I'm always, just keeping that connection conversation with her, Like, just treat her as an ancestor. Treat her as somebody who you always would, so she could treat you the same. So other thing that I heard too was hard time listening to me. So I don't know if you've been having a hard time of listening to her messages, or receiving her messages, or hearing her messages intuitively. So then you might need to isolate yourself in meditation to actually connect with her energy, to listen to what she's been trying to tell you, or to the signs that she's been giving you. I also heard let go. I heard capacity homes. I don't know what she tried to say by that, but something about capacity in homes, of being too many people in your home, or to not be letting too many people come into your home, because sometimes people come with negative intentions and negative energy, and they leave it in your home. So just to be careful with that. Also heard arrange, clean my altar. So You need to clean her altar more often. I don't know if you might not be doing it too often, but you need to at least do it at least once a week. Dedicate a day to her where you could just that day clean her altar, clean her statues, just remove that energy and bring a new fresh energy for her. Also, arrange it helps when you arrange things on her altar. It also helps bring in fresh energies and always keep moving the energy around so it doesn't stay stagnant. The last thing I heard was ceremonies. So I don't know if you've been thinking of doing ceremonies, been wanting to join a ceremony, or have been guided to do ceremonies in the future, or been how could I say it? Been watching ceremonies maybe online, or like it's just something that has been intrigued you, but I've heard ceremonies. Okay, so now this is your pick a card. So let's see what pile two. So we got number 32. That makes so much sense. And number 8. So let's see what the book says. So number 32 is the Santa Muerte card. The advice of the dead: make a firm decision on what to cut and what to change in your life. Otherwise, no betterment will be possible. Again, that is so funny. Of letting go. That let go when I wrote down on the channel message. So let's see, number 8. So it's light. Number 9. Number 8, the advice of the dead is: a source of pure energy feeds and lights your journey. Proceed in your projects without hesitations. Any shadow will be dispelled. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like the same thing I said in the channel message of clean her altar so that all those negative stagnant energies can be removed and new fresh light energy could be brought into your altar, your home, into your life, as your altar is the source of energy in your homes. Also with the Santa Muerte card is death, putting something to rest in your life. There might be a change ending in your life where there's going to be a new beginning. Light is going to enter your life, but you must let go of what you've been holding on to. You must let go of the things that no longer serve you, that need to be put to rest already. So it's like, because he's still holding on to her. If I don't know if you can see, like he's still holding on to her hand and he wants to hold on for dear life, but it's like, you need to say bye already and you need to let go. With the cemetery, again, it's like, no, I'm getting like ceremonial vibes. Like, I don't know if you may want to do ceremonials at a graveyard or a cemetery. I'm also hearing homeland. I don't know if you're being called to your homeland, to visit your homeland. Because I did channel capacity in home, so maybe, you want to visit your homeland. The number 32, that one's also the last number of, the last card of the deck. So that means endings. So there's endings happening. Moving to the next level, as there's stairs here and there's stairs here. Three and 2 also add to 5. Again, changes. Movement. But there's that, number 8, infinity, that going back and forth energy. So it's like, if you've been involving in a relationship with a male, of going back and forth, like she's saying, it's time to cut it. It's time to cut it. Tell me to cut it so I could cut it. Or in any situation that you keep going back, tell me to cut it so I could cut it out of your life indefinitely. Is what is she saying? Do your cord cutting rituals. Maybe that's another thing for ceremony. Do your cord cutting rituals. invoke me while doing those cord cutting rituals that I may cut this person out of your life, or cut this, you know, connection, or this string that keeps attaching you, keep having you go back and forth. I'm hearing candle magic. I don't know if you guys have been wanting to do candle magic, or have been, you know, invested more in doing candle magic, or wanting to learn to do candle magic with her, since there is a lot of candles and you know, candle magic. Maybe with the duration too, you don't know how long you should be having candles on her altar. Also offerings. What type of offerings have you been leaving on her altar? You might be wondering, how long do you need to leave the offerings on her altar? But it's basically, you know, use your intuition. Try, maybe, you know, every time you clean her altar, maybe that's the time you could, you know, remove those things and put in freshly, newly offerings for her. If you have been wondering if she has been walking with you on this path, the answer is yes. I'm also getting pregnancy vibes. If you have been wondering if you will be get pregnant, or we have a pregnancy in the future, yes. But something must be let go first in your life in order for this to happen. And then from this card, I don't know if you can see like little smokes coming out. So again, there's that, you know, cleaning of removing stagnant energies in your home. Cleansing. You need to, you know, burn more stuff to cleanse the air, the altar, your home, yourself. I'm hearing laugh more, be happy more. I'm also hearing if there's things in you where you don't know where you stand, or if you don't know the big picture, as with the moon, it's only half, like, you know, not even halfway, but it's a crescent. It's like, if you don't know the whole picture, don't worry. The light will shine on it and will shed its truth. I will show you the truth. So that is all I'm getting for pile 2. I hope it resonated with you guys. So now let's go to pile 3. Pile 3. This is your reading. So again, I have a channel message for you. The cards don't have the names of the card on them, so I will read the names of the book and the message of the day from the book, and then from there I will go into the intuitive messages that I receive and what I pick up intuitively. But first, before I jump into that, I will sorry, I just got stuck. I will read off the channel messages that I have for you guys. So I think that's happening for a reason, for me getting stuck, because when I was trying to read your guys' energy, the same thing was happening. It's like I was trying to think of something, and I just bloof, like my mind just went like blank. Like I got stuck. It's like, oh shit, what was I doing? Like I was getting that type of energy, and it's happening again to me right now when like I'm trying to speak with it, and it's like I stay stuck, and it's like you know. So I don't know if that's been happening to you guys lately, or you know, just to be aware of that energy that's been happening around you, that you be getting distracted. So the first thing I channeled was listening. So I don't know, again, with that energy, how I was saying, you have been having trouble listening to her advice, listening to the intuitive messages, or just, you know, listening to her, or if you have been wondering if she's listening to you. I also got lightheaded, strong energy. So that's another thing. So you might be, maybe when you're talking to her or something, you might start getting lightheaded, or you start feeling her strong energy. Just, just that's just for her to let you know that that's her listening, that she's listening to what you're saying to her when you're speaking to her, or when you're praying to her, or for any shape or form that you're at her altar. I'm also hearing exercise, healthy. So you might need to watch your weight, or you need to be more healthy, make more healthy eating choices, is what she's telling you. So I also heard my food and offering. So I don't know if you have been questioning what type of food to give her, or if it's okay to give her dishes, or that, maybe you stopped and she's asking you for some, or she's just acknowledging the type of food and the dishes that you have been offering her. And I also heard apples. She loves apples. So if you have been wondering what to give her, red apples is her favorite. Again, and then I heard dishes, food again. And then I heard thank you. So maybe she knows if she's been acknowledging what you have been giving her, so she's telling you thank you, or you need to, or another thing, that you need to be more grateful in your life as well. I also heard envy and ego. So I don't know, it could be either or. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So with the envy, is either you're being envious towards somebody else, to be careful with it and be careful with your ego, or that somebody else is being envious towards you. So, just to be careful of this lower vibrational energies, and to always ask her for help if you need any help with it as well. And then I heard distance from me. So I don't know if you have been distancing yourself from her, or, you feel like she's been distancing herself maybe from you, or sometimes you feel like you don't hear or listen, or get anything from her. So it's like if you feel like you're at a distance from her, something like that. So that's all I have for the channel messages. So let's dive right into your cards. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. Okay, so the messages we got for you is number 13, number 20. So we got male energy here, masculine energy. Again, that ego. So let's see, because we have male energy, and then we have number 13, which is a feminine energy. But let's see what the cards, let me see. The advice from the dead. So number 13, it's a god. I know I'm a butcher. I don't know how to say it, but bear with me. So it's the god of the sun and war. So his name is God Huitzliopotchilt. I don't know. Proceed calmly along the path you have chosen, but without presumption towards the first goals you see in the light. Otherwise, the shadow you meet on your path will seem like darkened wells. And then number 20, card number 20 is fraternity, the advice of the dead. Approach your work and your actions in a state of socialness and solidarity, perhaps starting collaboration with those you trust. So again, that energy of enviness, or of somebody not having the right attentions, that stabbing in the back, those swords in the back, to be careful. Maybe she's been trying to warn you of somebody who does not fit your highest good. So she's been trying to reveal somebody to you, or show you somebody, but maybe you're not might be listening. There's something about trusting. Do you trust this person? Be careful of who you're shaking hands with, because that person could be a totally something different that they do not appear to be. So, because they show many faces or many personalities, Let me see what else. Again, with that ego. So like, be careful with the ego. So this is the, the god of war and the sun. So, to be careful of your ego. Be careful of of playing with fire, because it's like with the ego, it's like when you are operating from a space of ego too much, you get burned. So it's like the same with the Son of God. It's like with the hummingbird. When the hummingbird gets too close to the sun, it gets burned, right? So be careful of your ego or of others' ego. I'm also here, be careful of thinking you're higher than others. I don't know who needs to hear that. I'm sorry, but that is what she's saying. Again, with that snake, with that serpent, be careful of those around you, of those that envy you, or they portray to be someone they're not. There's a sense of needing balance in your life. I'm hearing stability. If you have been wanting to, find ways of making more money or wanting to receive more money, or you've been wanting to work with somebody, collaborate with somebody, just choose people that are closest to you and that you trust. People that are in your circle. I'm hearing be careful of defensiveness. I'm also hearing be careful of who you follow in my path. Meaning, be careful of who you listen to or what you view and what you do. Meaning, you might be looking up to someone who is a devotee of her, but does things in a certain way that does not resonate with you. Meaning, you need to find and work on your own first and find your own way of working with her. Because what works for others will not work for you. Just seeing what anything else she wants to bring forward. I'm hearing we have a bond. You can create a bond with me. I'm hearing listen to your heart. Follow your heart. Don't listen to the ego. Don't fall into the ego. Keep the balance between the ego and your heart. There's a sense of listening to your intuition. Of feeling and listening to what's really behind the scenes of what people try to portray you. Portray you. I also feel like if you've been thinking of taking a collaboration or taking on a contract or something, there will be success in this. But not without hard work. Obviously, there's like blood on here. So like not without, sweat or tears. But there will be victory. And you will succeed, but not without going through battle, basically. So that is all I have for group 3. I hope it helped and resonated and brought you some healing. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like, comment, subscribe. And see you guys soon.